Hi, welcome to the signature weapons in Far Cry 3. I'm going to start with the Japanese Tanto. You get this for picking up 6 lost letters and it increases the melee damage that you do. Other than that, it's not that great. Realistically, if you're close enough to be using a knife, you want to be going for takedowns anyway. But it can be useful against animals, especially if you're hunting predators and it all goes a bit wrong. Being able to do extra damage can be helpful. Next up is the Shadow. This is a pistol that you get for unlocking 17 outposts. It's a custom 1911 pistol with a silencer and an extended magazine. But the scope on it is kind of rubbish. If you are close enough to be comfortably lining up headshots with this, and this may be a function of my appalling aim, but if you're close enough to be lining headshots up with this, you're probably close enough to work your way around for a takedown and get more experience. Yeah, I'm not a fan of pistols in general in this game. I started off with the pistol that you get by default and upgraded it to a suppressor and extended mag, but ultimately the pistols are a bit disappointing and I switched to an SMG as soon as I could. It empties the clip pretty quickly, I guess, which is a good thing. It reloads pretty quickly, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think there's just a better choice in every single situation. And yeah, I would say not worth it. Next up is the cannon. This is a Uplay reward. It's a 44 Magnum with an extended barrel and optical sight and a 6-round chamber and of course a custom paint job. This again is pretty disappointing. Lacking a suppressor, it's not great for stealth. The scope isn't really big enough for you to line up decent headshots. The recoil is not great. You can't empty the clip very quickly. The reload time is basically as long as it takes to empty a clip, so you're going to spend half your time using it reloading. And again, I think there's better choices in every single situation. Even kind of up close and personal, it's still sometimes going to take 2 shots to kill someone, which is a third of your clip, right? Like that guy, I shot him in the chest. I'm pretty sure I got him in the chest because he wobbled, but I didn't kill him. And you really expect a Magnum to be taking people down, with one shot, no matter where you shoot them. The firing is a little bit iffy. Like I'm here emptying a magazine and you see I get one shot in pretty quickly, but I was mashing the trigger as quickly as I could. And yeah, it's not a great weapon. See, even here up close I'll shoot this guy a couple of times and it doesn't take him down. From the hip the spread is too wide so it's easy to miss even at point blank. It's just, it's a frustrating weapon. The Shredder. Now, this is one of my favourites. 10 memory cards, so you can get it during the North Island. The memory cards are all in outposts. It's a submachine gun, a custom A45 with an extended mag and a suppressor and a pretty awesome scope on it. It's got, because it's got such a big clip, you can comfortably line up a couple of headshots and still have enough shots left to destroy anyone with a bit of fire and spray, or pray and spray, without worrying too much. The suppression obviously allows you to snipe pretty comfortably without being spotted too, but there's a guy there who's seen me behind a rock, and I haven't seen where he is. There he is. Hi, buddy. But yeah, this is one of the weapons that actually carried me through the game. I ended up relying on it an awful lot. The only downside is you can only carry 240 SMG bullets, but actually, for most of the game, you're going to be going for takedowns, and this is just your backup weapon if things go a bit south. But a really enjoyable weapon, and especially good as the low recoil. You'll see here, I'm just emptying it out against that tree without kind of trying to fight against it, and it's very low recoil. Bull shotgun, 10 relics discovered. It's an extended magazine and custom paint job. I'm not a big fan of shotguns generally in most games, I'll be honest. Their low range is somewhat disappointing and they're rarely silenced, and I quite like taking the stealthy approach. But the advantage being the spread will allow you to take down 2 guys at once. You can see there I got 2. But if you miss, you're going to be kind of in trouble just because you've got to recock it. Once you're out of ammo, the reload time is obviously painful because you've got to put in each bullet one at a time. Because I don't use shotguns, maybe I'm not using them properly, maybe I should be reloading after each shot when I can, or reloading in those little moments between combat. The advantage being, I'm emptying the clip here and you can see it takes a while to empty, but the disadvantage is that, well, you can see the reload time, but the advantage being you can stop at any point during the reload and take a shot and then continue your reload. But still, the fact that you've got to close so close to get the shots in means that you're probably going to be better with a medium range weapon, especially if guys are shooting at you, or taking the stealthy approach. And if you're taking the stealthy approach, the shotgun isn't your best friend because it's making so much noise. So yeah, shotguns in this game, don't really get it. but I mean, let me know in the comments if you have good uses. Next, the Bushman. This is a customized P416 optical scope, extended mag, suppressor, and enhanced for accuracy and damage. Now, you get this by activating all radio towers, and that's really the only downside about it. You're not going to have access to this weapon until very late in the game. And it's a shame because the scope is amazing. It's one of the best scopes on a non-sniper rifle that I've seen. Well, it is the best scope on a non-sniper rifle that I've seen. The suppression allows you to effectively use it like a silenced or a suppressed sniper rifle. And if you get into trouble, as long as you can control the recoil, you can pick up the pieces and use it at, medium to close range very, very effectively. And as you can see, the reload's super quick. Firing from the hip is remarkably good, although I managed to die there brilliantly. The only problem is I'm emptying a clip here, and you'll see it does have a lot of recoil, so you're going to have to be prepared to counter for that. I'll show you the shredder next to it. You've already seen this, but just as a reminder, the shredder will recoil far, far less. Back to the Bushman. So yeah, the Bushman, kind of a beautiful weapon. Again, just a shame that it takes so long to get it, by which time you won't really have a need for it. Anyway. Die, buddy. I should have just stabbed him, but you get the idea. It's not a bad weapon at all. See, even fired from the hip. Pretty powerful and fairly reliable. Next, the Ripper. The Ripper is beautiful. I didn't actually end up using it until, well, this pretty much, and now I wish I'd used it a lot earlier. It's enhanced for accuracy, damage, and low recoil. It's got an optical scope and an extended magazine. It holds 200 bullets in the clip, which is ridiculous, and it absolutely rips through stuff. Whether you're hunting predators or bad guys, it's going to be one of your best friends. The only downside, obviously, is that it's not suppressed, but the recoil is almost non-existent, and for such a big weapon, it's got very good mobility too. You can snipe with it using the scope. Obviously you'll be heard, but actually that's not such a problem, because by the time these guys come to find you, you're still going to have so many bullets left in the clip that no matter what range they're at, given the recoil and the scope, you're going to be able to take them down, whether you want to just kind of spray around like that somewhat inefficiently, or get up close and personal and just empty a quarter of a clip into them. And you can see here, even though I've taken all these guys out, I haven't had to reload once, and I've really only used a small section of the clip. I'm going to empty the entire clip here, and you can see it takes, well, about 10 seconds to empty the thing. 200 bullets last a very long time. Here we go, 12 seconds. So yeah, you're not going to run out of ammo in a hurry. The only downside is you will be heard, but really with this gun, who cares? You're just going to be causing so much carnage. Finally, the AMR. This is a sniper rifle that you get for finding 20 relics. And the only downside of this is that it's not suppressed. It's enhanced for damage, range, it's got scope, and it fires, best of all, explosive armor-piercing bullets. So you just saw that dude go flying. So even though it's not suppressed, actually, from a range like this, the other guy didn't hear me fire. I shoot him, he just bangs off the back. So for entertainment value alone, this is an amazing weapon. And for only 20 relics, it's worth picking up early in the game. It'll also one-shot almost every animal I tried it against. Here's a deer, boom, headshot. So yeah, not a bad one to pick up, as long as you can keep at very far range, and the 2 levels of scope definitely help you do that. Anyway, that's your lot, that's the signature weapons. Let me know your favourites in the comments. Lots of love, see you in the next one, bye!